Hi everyone, my name's Izzy and this is Eli.
Hi.
And this is our channel, The Things We Love. And one of those things we love is our garden. We love growing things and we love planting things and we love working in the yard, don't we, honey?
Yep.
Yes, we do. And in this video, I wanted to focus on preparing for fall. And in that case, I'm not sure if you're like me, but that means that there are some plants that may need to come inside. And for example, we've got this elephant ear behind us, or also known as an Alocasia. I think I found that this is a Regal shield because it's got the purple undersides and it's a bit wrinkly. Yeah, so if you look at the under, it's a bit of purple. I love that plant and I know it won't survive our winter out here. So one thing we have to do to prepare for fall is to repot
the
it.
Things that we need to get out of like the cold.
Yes.
And the things that we actually like, we could bring inside.
Yep. And I mean, I think there's actually too many things that I want to bring inside.
What about that?
Yeah, maybe. So we'll start with this Regal shield here.
Regal shield.
And I'll talk a little bit more about how this is developed. It didn't start out this big and it actually started getting closed in our door right there.
Yeah, that's why it's ripped.
So hang tight. We'll set up for a repot. So first thing we need to do to repot our elephant plants.
Is to
Elephant
get
ears.
like a medium pot like this.
And unfortunately, the pot that I bought was on Facebook Market for a bargain. And
It didn't have any holes.
it doesn't have any holes in the bottom, which is pretty important. That looks weird. Looks off-center, doesn't it? Anyway, it needs to have holes in it in order.
Or it will die because it won't let the water drain, and if you give it too much water, then it will die.
Yeah, if it's just sitting in water, if the plant is just sitting in water and doesn't have drainage holes, then it'll get swamped and it'll drown pretty much. So what we're gonna do here to improvise is I've got my hot knife here. I got this for Christmas last year.
Don't let kids play with them.
It's been heating up, unless you've got a parent
next
with
to
you. I'm gonna do the first one.
Okay.
So I can show you how big they should be. Now, I don't know if this is actually hot enough yet, but, and I don't think I think I lost my
cutter.
My actual knife. So we'll take this way and see if it's hot enough yet.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, and it is. All right, so I'm not sure if you could see that very well, but I'm just gonna go around. The holes don't have to be perfect because
we're not using a knife
we're just trying
to make a hole.
Yeah, to make a hole so that it can drain. So there's that. All right, and then maybe we'll want to do one right here. I don't know how many we need, but
we probably need like 3 at least.
3 holes? Yeah. Oh, I was thinking more than that.
Really?
Okay, there's another one.
You think we need more holes? Don't put it on the table.
Well, it's fine. Do you want to try one?
Yeah.
Don't touch the hot part with your hand.
Where's the hot part?
This, all of that metal part.
So where do I want to make it?
Just put another one right here. I think we need more than 3. Watch your finger here. Come around this way. Where are you going?
What?
Nothing. There we go. All right. So obviously this is going to take a while. Oh, that's hot. Oh, okay.
It's like a hot glue gun.
So we'll speed this up on a time lapse. And come back when we're done.
So we got our holes.
Yep, so now we got our pots with the holes in the bottom, and we can
Start digging up the elephant ear.
Yeah. I finally got my Alocasia out of its pot. It was in a bigger pot, so I took some of the dirt from there, and I have that at the bottom of this pot here. Now, one thing I noticed is that I don't often get to see the roots. Now, when I started gardening, my husband and I were really into bonsai. So, and one thing you do with bonsai is you sometimes pull out the roots and prune them. In this case, I don't really want to prune them. I want this to be as vigorous as possible, so I'm going to leave it with the all the roots that I was able to save. Now, like I said, this is 2 plants. It started off as 1, and I couldn't find much on Regal shields. I remember when I did get this though, the lady at the garden center said that you don't pull them out like regular elephant ear bulbs, and that you could just leave them as a house plant throughout the year. So that's kind of what I'm doing here. Now, the time lapse wasn't that great. It took a really long time, but I'm trying to be as gentle with this as possible. But here are the roots. I was able to save a whole bunch of them, so I want to get them potted and wet. But one thing I did notice is that, this isn't the one, but I was talking earlier about how the plant flowered, and I'll show you that in a second. We can pot this one up first. But I think it's just good to get these nice and buried here. Let's hopefully get it to stand up on its own a little bit better. Make sure it's nice and pretty packed in there, since it's already got a good amount of roots. I want to make sure the roots are covered. Now I make a huge mess when I'm planting, repotting things. Look how pretty. Look, it's so pretty. Our babies. Okay, so I got them repotted, And it's actually a couple days later, when I had repotted them. At first I wasn't able to do the outro that night, but after I repotted them, I had left them out back, and our backyard faces the part where where it gets the most sun, and they were looking really sad. I don't know if it was because of the sun or just the repot, but they were looking really, really sad. So just to play it safe, my husband helped me move them to our other side of the house where it gets a little less sun, a lot less sun actually. And it was a hard rain that night too, so I was really worried about them, and they kept falling over, but they started looking healthy again. They look happy again, so hopefully they're settling into their new home well. And I wanted to talk a little bit more about how I got these two plants. It actually started off as one, and I think one day I had left the main mother bulb outside over a cold night, and when I brought them back inside, the leaves were dripping and drooping, and they all died off. So I thought it had actually died, but I left it in the pot and I left it in the house, and eventually it started growing these two beautiful things here. Oh. And so when summer came this year, I potted them in that big green pot that you saw, and they grew larger and larger, and by the end of the summer they were, you know, kind of falling away from the mother bulb. So I kind of just went in there to wiggle it and see if I could separate it, and I could. So I did. I pulled the mother bulb out, and I pulled the mother bulb out and separated the mother from these two. And I thought, because the mother bulb wasn't doing anything, and I thought, you know, I wonder if I can plant this and maybe it'll start growing something again. But I think I learned this year that it won't. Once it stops producing, it probably won't produce again. I don't know if anybody's had any other type of experience, but I separated that mother bulb and I actually put it in its own pot, and the mother started looking pretty withered and like it was rotting. So if you can see here that it looks rotted, like the top caved in and it looks very mushy. But it started growing new plants. I think I've got like six new plants in here. They're emerging from 6 different places, so maybe I'll get 6 new plants. I mean, I don't know what to do with 6 different, you know, Regals. I don't know if I even need that many. I'm gonna need more pots to put these in, or maybe I'll give them to my friends. I don't know. But that's what happened with these and how I got these two. But I do have a bit of sad news to me, and I don't know if this is complete sad news, but I had a little guy poking up that had kind of trailed pretty far away from these two guys in that green pot. And and I repotted that as well, separated it and repotted it and put it in this little bonsai pot that we had, cascade pot that we had. And it's looking pretty rough. The leaves are dying off, but the main stem seems pretty full and firm still. So maybe it'll keep going. I'm not seeing too much activity in the center there, but we'll see. I had to put some rocks in to keep it sturdy, so I'm not quite sure what's gonna happen. We'll see what happens with this one, and we'll see what happens with these as well. I'll keep you guys updated. Let me know if you want to see. I've got a lot more repotting that I want to happen. I've got some caladiums and another plant that I really don't even know the name of. I'm gonna look it up before I do the video though. So keep updated with me. Share your ideas, your thoughts, your lessons learned. I love to learn myself. And thanks for watching my video if you made it this far. Again, I'm Izzy, and this is my channel, The Things We Love, all the things we love. And have a good day. Thanks.